We are at what I consider to be the gem of the Central Library collection, our graphic novel section. I say this because I'm the guy who's in charge of ordering all the graphic novels, so of course I'm impressed with the work I've done. I'm not quite the fanboy I used to be. For instance, I went to the comic shop today, laid out $40, man, $40 for like that much comics. So if you don't want to spend that kind of money, then baby, come to the Central Public Library and we will set you up with the best funny books in the world. I have become a big fan of this cat right here, Paco Roca. He's Spanish. Their coloring is always beautiful. They talk about day-to-day observations. His sense of humor is somewhat Seinfeldian. And then again, right next to it, you got Carmen, which is a story about an angel, that's who she is, who's trying to convince her charge that, yes, you're dead, and I'm here to take you away. Check out that architecture. Can you believe that? That's all by hand. That is not digital. They drew all that by hand. From photographs, yes, but it's all freestyle. It's on hand. So again, European comics are beautiful. I'm a big fan of the EC comics from the 50s. This is their attempt to get around the comics code in the mid-50s by combining text and pictures. Didn't quite work out. But the artwork is gorgeous. That's what they're known for, is the fact that everybody could draw like a dream that worked there. Who else? We got Grant Morrison. Got Batman and Robin, a beautiful book with exquisite watercolors by Dustin Nguyen of Descender fame. That's the thing. The lines between the alternative and the mainstream are so blurry now. You have so many people that pay their rent doing a Batman comic, and then the rest of the time they do their regular stuff, which may be, you know, a history of the Ukrainian famine, or something biographical, or something like One Soul, where basically you follow a person's life panel by panel. These are each different lives. I've been doing the ordering since 2014, and I've been publishing the handout 741.5 since 2016. And I have seen our numbers grow as far as number of graphic novels checked out. Things I reviewed like 4 or 5 years ago are still getting checked out because people are going online and reading the back issues, which I'm profoundly grateful. Some people would make an argument, but I frankly think it would be futile to do so, because the person who argues, for instance, that John Stanley's Little Lulu comics are the apex of comics, which you could. I mean, they're the best comics about little kids that were ever done. They still work like 50 years after they were made. They're going to have a completely different attitude toward things from the person who wants to say that the work of Spain Rodriguez or S. Clay Wilson or Robert Crumb or any of the 1960s underground people are the greatest comics ever made. It's apples and oranges. I mean, in a lot of cases, it's apples and wombats. If you can't get people to see your work, they're not going to be able to judge your work. Even larger independent publishers such as Drawn and Quarterly, Top Shelf, Fantagraphics, are not being sold in the local comic shops. There's no system out there to get the work out. There are independent people, like the man who puts out, where is he? Where are you, John? John Porcellino. His stuff is so spare and basic. This guy puts his money where his mouth is. He runs a distro where he tries to get as much of the little guy's stuff out there as possible. But it's a thankless task. It's you're not going to make any money, that's for sure. One thing that's really busted through over the last 10 years is people who start out doing their work on the web, then they get their audience, and then they get the book.